This is what I learned from astrology, from my obsession with astrology, to be frank. About 3 days ago, I was going to write this piece on how you can still be normal and be obsessed with astrology. I mean, I've been obsessed with it for years, and I'm normal. I was going to present all this information on why the birth time matters and what the houses are. I spend a lot of time thinking about those things at my job, canvassing big prints, doing the same monotonous task over and over in a quiet, dark room, with coworkers so jaded that my only option is to escape into my brain. Over the past few months I've worked this job, I have watched hours of astrology content on YouTube. I've kept up with what the stars and planets are doing and how it's affecting me and my loved ones. I started only paying attention to the positive, encouraging parts that I was hearing. Jupiter is going into Leo, the sign that me and my boyfriend have it in, bringing fortune and luck in areas of performance, spotlight, and attention. My boyfriend released an EP and I kept telling him this Jupiter transit is perfect timing. It's fate. He's going to be celebrated and fortunate at his shows and in whatever Leo endeavors he takes. When he performed, the energy was intensely positive. People cheered and screamed and danced. He smiled and laughed. He had confidence. Jupiter was on his side. On my end, I read my chart and found confirmation in the pursuit of writing. I knew it. I love writing. And my chart is telling me that this is my way to make money, my way to best express myself, my way to release artistic tension. My friend Tallulah, all the way in Florence, told me that it's time to start this digital magazine we've talked about for months. My brain started putting together the pieces. Writing, fortune, attention, creation, Jupiter and me and my friends. This is the time. It's all happening. I felt creative motivation for the first time in at least a year. I was ready and I knew it was the perfect time. At work, I stumbled across a video of this man recommending books. In desperation to entertain myself, I watched. He begins to speak of this book written by an illusionist, a magician. In one sentence reviewing its contents, he shattered my whole belief system. He explains that this author explains how and why people believe in magic, religion, and astrology. Now, of course, I've heard astrology is bullshit, astrology is a pseudoscience, but something about this, the illusionist sharing his methods of getting people to believe and relating it to astrology, I felt the windows of the church in my mind shatter, leaving me with a cold emptiness. I believed him. Sorry, let me not. Immediately, I search up about 10 different sentence formulas, all revolving around proof that astrology isn't real, or why do people believe in astrology? The Barnum effect. Again, I've heard of it before, but this time it was different. Essentially, the Barnum effect explains that if you are told information about yourself in a way that is just inspecific enough, just barely vague enough, you will believe it. I started running through in my head, if someone told me I was a Cancer, could I relate to those qualities? Yeah. If an astrologer told me, this year is all about career advancement, I would believe them, and my brain would confirm it. By the end of the year, I would probably have a different job, one that I thought of as better. I thought astrology was teaching me about planets and stars, but in reality, it was teaching me about belief. I've lived years and years of my short life considering astrology as part of my natural transformation. I thought of it as a tool to understand the shifting energy of life, and now I see it as a tool of reflection. Astrology gives you a language to think and speak about yourself, your path, your desires and goals. That's what I was getting out of it. And when I decided to exercise more positivity in my life and only pay attention to the encouraging transits of the stars, I felt purpose and fate and motivation. That's what I had wanted. That's what I had been looking for the whole time. Belief in myself, in a story of my life that is big and powerful and filled with passion and play. My belief in astrology being crushed didn't break me. It showed me how powerful belief is. I don't need astrology. I need to believe, to have faith, to know that I am meant for a big life with unique experiences. But now the responsibility is on me and me alone. It is as scary as it is relieving. I control my story. Everyone does. I almost don't want to tell my friends of this discovery so that I can read their charts and tell them, you are meant for success and fortune and glamour. You can make your dreams come true, and this placement proves that your goals of supporting yourself with your art are true and bound to happen. Because what the chart says is not the point. The value that you are getting from it is faith. It's why I'm doing this right now. It's why my boyfriend's show went so beautifully. You don't need astrology. You need to believe. I have some thoughts that I want to share post reading. I think that like having something to believe in and going to something else like the universe or God or whatever is a good thing, and that people should be thinking about these outer worldly things and being curious and reflecting and encouraging that as a part of your life too. If you see that something is going to be hard, if you have been told that this thing in your life is going to be hard based on a placement or whatever, then it will be. And if you decide to remove yourself from that and remove yourself from astrology and believe that that is not the case, then it won't be. And I have taken serious life advice from astrology and tarot and all these things, and I'm figuring it out too. That's what this video is like me figuring it out and questioning it and thinking about what I really am getting out of it, what I really want, not being like, this is wrong. I also feel hesitation with talking about me questioning my belief in this or like saying that it isn't real, because I don't want to lose those things, and I don't want to lose my girls and gays who are heavy astrology people. I love them. I love that. But there is a bigger picture. Bottom line is that your belief in astrology is more important than the actual astrology itself. Your belief in what you're hearing and learning dictates things way more than the actual alignment of the stars and the actual information that you are being presented. So, if the belief is more important, let's just take that. Let's just take that and work with that and do something with that instead.